you. It's been a really wonderful weekend. Just been with these great, awesome kids. I'm lucky enough to be a high school band director now in this region. Some of these kids will be in our program someday. So I'm really lucky being here. It's been an awesome weekend. These children have done awesome. They have rehearsed remarkably well. I would expect no less. Okay. They just have done a really remarkable job, and I've really enjoyed working with them. So thank you for sharing them with me this weekend, with us this weekend. Our next piece is a piece called Legend of Devil's Lake by Michael Sweeney. Really features our percussion section, and we hope you enjoy it. Thank you. piece was A Distant Light by James Swearingen. We've really enjoyed playing that lyrical piece this weekend. They've done a really, really great job on that. I know we've done a lot of things already this evening, or this afternoon. I wanted to make sure that I put my thanks out there again to our students for working hard on a special weekend. An event like this is very special and takes a lot of work behind the scenes to get it taken care of. So I'm going to mention some names that have already been mentioned, but if you will humor me and let's applaud again, because we can't give enough thanks for all the work that the behind the scenes folks do to make this happen for our students. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Robert Herrings, the middle school band chairperson. Liz Love and Brittany Dunn, who are our hosts. I have not had to do anything as far as like printing music, copying music, folders. That is all done by our organizer. He wore many hats these last 2 days. He even jumped in and helped throughout rehearsal, so I was really, really thankful. We were really thankful to have him. Mr. Jonathan Vieja. And then all of our awesome percussionists in the back, which we featured this evening or this afternoon, they've been under the tutelage of Mr. Chuck Fisher from Hill Country Middle School. He was our concert band percussion organizer. He's been doing a fabulous job. So. I also want to take an opportunity to thank all of the awesome, wonderful teachers, and band directors here in Region 32, specifically middle school band directors in Region 32 for the invite to come. I originally, this is a new job for me at Rouse, so originally was not in this region. They had already asked me to do it, and they still agreed to have me come and work with the students, and so I was really happy to do it. And many of your parents are probably aware, especially if you have students at the high school, our middle school and high school band programs in this region are A level. Okay? So no matter what grading system you put out there, these band programs are A level. I know you're probably doing some reading about that in the last few days in school. But what these programs are doing for students and the amount of the great teaching, the great learning, and what these students are doing on their instrument is truly special. Really, what's happening in this region is just a cut above, in my opinion, and it's not just because I work here, but really what's happening here is really, really special. And for you middle school band directors, I've fought that fight, I've been there, and we really appreciate what you do. And you're the reason that we have the programs that we have at the high school. So thank you all, Region 32 middle school band directors. All of you wonderful parents for the many sacrifices that you all, what you put forth for your children to experience, have these types of experiences. Whether it's helping your child, giving them what they need to be successful as far as the step-up instruments and the private lessons, and getting to school early for sectionals or extra rehearsals. And I know many of you probably volunteer in your band programs to make them special and give all of the students a wonderful experience. We want to really, really thank you and students, let's thank our parents for everything that they do to allow us to be a part of something special like this. And just real quick, I always get a chance to talk to the students, and we use this afternoon right before the concert to talk a little bit about the importance and what they're doing truly is special, considering that many of these students, not many, but probably about half of these guys are 7th graders, and so they've only been playing their instrument, a year and a half. So the fact that they can do what they're doing is truly, really amazing. We talked about the importance for our 8th graders and even our 7th graders too, is moving forward, continuing to be a part of this awesome thing called band. And as a high school director now, I see what students, the the pull and the different directions that they experience, and they get told a lot of different things by a lot of different people that that they're supposed to trust. And staying with band is super important. As somebody who's gone to really great schools and was very fortunate with that, I obviously was through band and it's a special part of my life all the way through, still is. We know that not all of our students are going to go on to be band directors or performers, and that's not why we do this. But we definitely want to see them be successful and know that band is an integral part of their future success. So really just wanted to, and I told the students, and parents, you're a part of this because you're part of those decision making, you're part of the decision making for your students in the future. Keep them in band. This, beyond all of the wonderful skills that are attractive later on in life, and the wonderful things, and the colleges are going to want them to come to their school. Beyond that, band is a special family. It's a special place for students, a place to belong. It's a safe place. It's where all their friends are, and it's probably their home away from home in a lot of cases. So keep them in it, and students stick with it. What you're doing is truly special. So I'm off my soapbox now. Our last piece is Arabian Dances by Roland Barrett. We're going to have a couple of soloists in this piece, and we'll have them stand at the end. Tess Bonkeith is a clarinet soloist, and she's from Hill Country Middle School. We also have Sophie Liu she's playing flute, and she's from Style. So you'll hear them, and we'll recognize them at the end. So thank you again for everything. Safe travels, and thank you for an awesome weekend.
once again, these students would not be here without the incredible support of their amazing parents. If you're a parent of a student who is seated on stage, would you please stand at this time and let us recognize you. Also, if you are a band director or a private lesson teacher of a student on stage, would you please stand and be recognized? I would like to thank the band and percussion organizers for the symphonic band, Mrs. Rachel Johnstone and Mr. Alex Ortega. Please give them a round of applause as they have worked tirelessly to make sure that A note about our conductor. Richard Floyd is presently in his 55th year of active involvement as a conductor, music educator, and administrator. He has enjoyed a distinguished career at virtually every level of wind band performance, from beginning band programs through high school and university wind ensembles, as well as adult community bands. Mr. Floyd is a recognized authority on conducting, the art of wind band rehearsing, concert band repertoire, and music advocacy. As such, he has toured extensively throughout the United States, Canada, Australia, and Europe as a clinician, adjudicator, and conductor, including appearances in 44 American states and 9 other countries. In 2002, he was the recipient of the prestigious A.A. Harding Award presented by the American School Band Directors Association in recognition of his significant and lasting contributions to the school band movement. The Texas Bandmasters Association named him the Texas Bandmaster of the Year in 2006, and in 2009 he was presented the Texas Music Educators Association Distinguished Service Award. In March of 2011, he was inducted into the Music for All Hall of Fame and awarded the prestigious Midwest International Clinic Medal of Honor for his distinguished and unique contributions to the education of bands and orchestras. Most recently, he was inducted into the National Band Association Academy of Wind and Percussion Arts, considered to be the Academy Award of Wind Music Performance. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Richard Floyd and the Region 32 Symphonic Band.
Thank you so very much. An old man should be allowed to have this much fun. We've had a great time. The people you see on stage are incredibly talented. They're beautifully taught. They represent spectacular families. And it's just my blessing, and I don't take it for granted for a moment, to have a chance to share time with great people like this. That was called for the New Day Arisen. It was a fanfare that was written for the George Washington Carver School when it was opened in Virginia. And I just felt like it was a very celebratory piece that would be a great way to begin this concert. The next piece we're going to play for you is called Lullaby for the Moon. The composer is Brian Balmages, who is a wonderful, wonderful composer and a great human being. This piece, by the way, one of the reasons I selected it, it was actually commissioned by a middle school, 4 Points Middle School, that is one of the wonderful schools that's represented in Region 32. And they commissioned him to write this piece for them to perform at the National Major Clinic. I believe it was just a little over a year ago. And I thought it would be just a wonderful piece to add to this program. One of the things that Brian Balmages has been able to do is to write pieces that are simple in terms of the number of notes. But there's great musical depth, and it allows young people to experience music at a much more profound level than is found in many of the educational pieces that they play. So I hope you find this piece to be deeply meaningful and moving. It's kind of Brian Balmages, he says it, the moon comes up every night and looks over us. And this is his thank you for that great blessing. Sometimes we forget that music should be played to be expressive, not just impressive. And we get lots of notes going, we can be really impressive. We're going to be really impressive in a few minutes, I tell you. But the joy of artistry of expressing of music is where the magic is. It's in our DNA. And these students are starting a wonderful voyage of experiencing that. Another great thing that we have in our world anymore, and a few years back we didn't have this, we have Pulitzer Prize winning composers that write major symphonies, they write operas, and occasionally they take time to write a piece for band. And the next piece is by Kevin Poots, and Kevin won the Pulitzer in 2012 for an opera entitled Silent Night. It's a stunning work. And he was asked by the American Composers Forum, say, hey, you're a big shot composer, why don't you write something for students to play? Well, he did. But he took an interesting twist. This piece, don't try to patch your foot to this, you'll break a toe, okay? Because it's in what we call asymmetric rhythm. It's in 7/8, not 2/4/4/4. You can't march to this song at all. But it is beautifully crafted, very clever, and I hope you enjoy listening to it as much as we have enjoyed putting it together. The name is quite simply Charm by Kevin Poots. great solo lines. How about a round of applause for our professor? One of the fascinating things to me about one of the honor bands like this is you come together on a Friday night. You've never seen them. They've never seen you. They've worked hard to be there. You as the conductor are committed to giving the best possible experience for them. And you start the process, and all of a sudden, it's time for the last song. Time goes by so fast. I asked them to do 3 things for me as part of this journey. Number one was that I was going to bring them in music that I deeply and passionately love. And I wanted to share it with them. And secondly, that they would work collaboratively to help us put together a performance for you here this afternoon. Then the third thing that I asked them to do, and I don't think I've ever done what I'm getting ready to do, but I'm going to ask them the same question again that I asked them last time we first get together. If you play a first part in your band every day back at your school, raise your hand. Pretty much everybody. And I told them that, you know, that in reality, that if you are playing a first part in your band, you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility of lead. You have a responsibility of role model. You have a responsibility to the number of players to give them guidance. And I asked them to strive for the reality that when they sit back down. Thank you, Liz. I was told it was on all the time. That's okay. All right. But I told them that regardless of the capability that they had when they came on stage last night when we started, when they leave and get back to the school on Monday, I want them to be a better first part player than they were when they came together here at Cedar Park High School yesterday afternoon. And I think they have risen to that challenge in a very special way. This is an amazing group of people on stage. I think I'm very blessed. I get to do a lot of these. By the time this year's over with, I'll be in about 26 states. And I can count on one hand the middle school programs in the nation that I could play this program with. And this is one of them. So music is alive and well in Region 32. And I'm just deeply privileged to be a part of it. I want to thank Liz Love, that lovely lady who just came out and turned the microphone on. I need somebody to take care of my And Rachel Johnstone's hiding back here somewhere. Thank you, dear. She was absolutely terrific. She was our organizer and took care of everything we needed. Alex Ortega, who has been back here with the percussion players, making sure that they had all the toys they need and the equipment they need and the constant adjustments. These people have been awesome, and I seriously doubt that I will be treated anywhere near this well anytime again this year. So thank all of you. So one more piece for you. It's called El Camino Real. It's just a great celebration of the Latin style of music. You could reference it to the Spanish culture. You could reference it to the Mexican culture with the flatted thirds, the wonderful, glorious melodies, and minor keys, and very dramatic approach to the music. It's just great music. It's just great music. And it is incredibly challenging. This would be a challenge to be somebody to learn to do a group like this in 6 weeks. These people did this in less than a day. And I think you'll love it. It's called El Camino Real. Just go south of the border, close your eyes, you'll be fine.